Hello, everybody. This is Becky here at Beck's Creations, and I'm going to try, see if we buffer again. I deleted my first try at this video, at this live, but Mary's not on tonight, and so I thought I would come on and quickly share about this Clyde's Garden Planner. And I have looked up the link for it, so I have it available. Howdy. Let me see if this is too long to go in here. Yeah, it is. I will put this in the description box later. So, I wish there was a way to just clear this. But I will put this in my description box. But it's called Clyde's Garden Planner. And you can actually look it up on Amazon just like that. It costs like $9.99. I looked up my first fall frost and last spring frost for my zip code. So my zip code says my last spring frost should be March 24th. So if I line this red line up right here where it says last spring frost, I'm going to just put it at March 22nd because that's what's here. So anything, in fact, I could go closer to the 29th. Anything after this red line right here, I can go ahead and start planting. It says the first outdoor planting dates for cabbage, lettuce, carrots, pumpkins, melons. So I could plant pumpkins, melons, squash, whatever else comes after that. I'll have to look after I move it. But I wanted you to see there's check marks here also for, I think it's the peas, cauliflower, and lettuce. And then if you come down here and come across, it tells you what you can plant. And that says lettuce and peas. So basically I could plant lettuce right now. So, and the first fall frost, which if I flip this over, it has the average first fall frost. I can plant all this stuff up until then. So all of this on this side, the November 9th, I think, is my first fall frost. So I can plant all the way up until along in there. That's my average first frost right there. So I have quite a long growing season of 229 days here. There's a code there. Can't remember what that's for, but anyway. This is very helpful when you want to know, can I plant such and such? And you can look over here and see what they are. Then line your line up with that, your last spring frost date, and you can see when you can plant stuff. So on April 5th, it's still only showing those two clicked, but it also has this FP, which is first outdoor planting for these things down here. But then as you come along here, you'll see more checks. So you can plant more stuff. Up until fall frost date, you can plant all this stuff here, which I thought was pretty cool. This is made in the United States of America. You might think it's a little pricey at $10, but it's a very useful chart. And it doesn't matter where you live because you're going to look up your own first and last frost dates. And it comes with instructions that I need to go over. And then here's another chart of all the things that you could, let's see. Actually, this is the average frost. So that's cool to know. This is the ones for the average for Canadian dates. They got all of that here. They got cities and states. So you get this chart here, but then you also get this handy guide that you can keep with your growing journal in case you lose your paper. And what I've been doing is just slide this inside here. but I want to leave it out because I've got information I want to put into my garden journal. So I'll put the link to Clyde's chart here in a minute. And now this is, I picked this up because it looks like gardening, you know, and I did put some magazine pictures in it that I liked. Spanish moss. And there's some seeds I had ordered. This is instructions on how to grow horseradish. This is instructions for a voodoo lily, which I have one in a pot, and sometimes it does all right. This is how to make a bird bath fountain. Do your own fire pit if you want one. And then I've just been putting ideas in here. So I might, right here in this empty spot, unless there's, I think I'm going to leave this for more information on horseradish. I had bought some and it didn't grow. But what I'm going to do right here is, this is 2025. Last frost date for me for this year. And I'm just going to write it in here. It was March 24th. Will be March 24th. So I can still get a frost here. And then the first frost date is November 9th. So my growing season is 229 days. My hands don't work well in the evenings. 229 days. So now if you look at your seed packet, it'll tell you how many days until maturity. And so knowing how many days you have will help you know when's the last time I can plant this and expect to get anything from it. That's when that Clyde's chart comes in handy. And I thought I might come in here with you guys and use some of that washi tape that I just picked up to make little frames around some of my pictures, crocheting and listening to TV and plugged in here. How are you? We are doing all right. Our son had to go to a funeral today. His best friend Mary's grandma died. So he drove to Florence, and I'm kind of anxious for him to get home because his car is getting older, you know. And I know he's 38, going on 39, and he still lives at home, and he's still my baby. But I thought, might as well use this washi tape I got for 50 cents and spiff up my little journal. And carry this garden theme around. And since Mary wasn't on, and I figured there'd be people looking for somebody to be on, I'm anxious to see what her project is she was working on, but it might be for her members only page. I'm not going to do members only because I have only so much that I can do. And I feel like I would have to do more because people were paying for a membership. So that's why I'm not doing more. Oh, I like adding stuff to it. Giving it a frame, it kind of puts it in there. Let's put some flowers around the bee over here. Actually, this actually tells you, the reason I put this in here is this is bee-friendly flowering herbs. It's like a medicine chest for the hive. So if you want to plant some herbs for your bees, you should plant bee balm or bergamot, which is monarda, sweet clover, anise, hyssop, I'm sure I'm butchering that. Lemon balm, catmint, sage, rosemary, lavender, spearmint, peppermint, oregano, borage, basil, chives, and thyme. I would say the spearmint and peppermint you should do in a pot because it will take over your garden, literally. It will just wipe it all out. I'm going to put some flowers around here. I don't have a straight edge. My finger's not straight, but little bee, I'm sorry I covered you up. This was pretty tape. I'm going to lift that up because it's washi and you can. Oh, Cole, stop it. Oh, let me put him back out in the bonus room. Stop being a jerk. I know Greg's not here yet. He'll be home in a little bit. I hope. And we're suffering with allergies right now. So let's see if I've got a little bit different flowers. And I thought I turned that off. There we go. Hopefully that's not going to mess it up. Hopefully I won't start, spinning. Oh, I do have some more flowers. Here's some little flowers. Chippy has been so needy today. Well, I can't seem to find the end to this washi tape. There it is, finally. Oh, I know. The static electricity has had my hair large and in charge. I was like, oh my God, I need a haircut. Maybe we'll put some of this up here. And rosemary, if left to its own devices here, will get like a tree, like huge. They have it around the University of South Carolina, and it is massive. I like adding a little tape to the pictures I've added in here. But sometimes finding the beginning is half the battle. Have you seen those cute kitten videos? Probably. I get offered up all that kind of stuff. And then my son sends me stupid videos, which then I get even more stupid videos. So, Callie, honey, you just came in. It's chilly out there. You don't even want to be out there. Oh, that looks so pretty when you put little washi tape. Yeah, it does get woody. So it's really better to keep that stuff, trimmed and harvested, I guess you should say. Oh, you guys. Sorry about that. Needy little buggers. Well, I will definitely use this tape even when it's aggravating. Well, I'm going to cover up for more information. Go to blah, 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 because I don't have that part of it. Uh-oh. Well, I'll come over to here because I want to be able to do this bird bath. Bird bath fountain. Because I think it would be fun. It's pretty. I'll have to watch for a neighbor throwing a big pot out that's got a crack in it, and I'll just. All right, let's see here. Well, it feels like there's a second page there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the weight of that magazine page. I love this idea of taking an old window and just hanging it as an interest. I think it looks pretty cool looking. Just come on through, Tip. Build a bouquet. Oh, we've got to put something purple around that. I have lavender here. Put some lavender around it, maybe. And this had not even been opened, so somebody didn't know what to do with it or whatever. It's okay. I'll put some lavender on here. Maybe we'll just go across the page just to decorate this page up. And these are perforated pages, but I'm hoping they don't fall out because I really want to keep it. That's pretty cool. Hi, Diane. Good morning. I'm getting ready to go to bed here shortly. Scott starts back to teaching tomorrow, so I'll have to have dinner ready at 4:30 tomorrow so that he can eat and then go teach after he finishes his day work, his day job. I think he's teaching programmable stuff this time. Programmable test units? I don't know. He's studying right now. All right, ask him. Just adding a little washi tape around the pictures really makes them look nice. Hi, Pam. This is the 2022. I have this dwarf pomegranate in the backyard that has not done well. I'm a horrible getting it to grow stuff. All right. So that's the gardening journal that I'm going to keep. And on one of these, the next real full page I have in here, not this one, right here, I think I'm going to draw out my garden, but I want to get my measurements first of what I want to do with it. So I'm going to just put this in here like this to note, where I want to do that, like a bookmark. And there's that. And put my washi tape back in there. And I might put the flowers I did the other day with some words that I just attached. That's just a stamped out flower on painty paper. And then I used a gel, the white pen Signo, to bring out the stamens and pistils or whatever. And then I stuck a word on it. So I thought that could go in here as well. And I also have this little book here that I use to take notes as I'm reading through a book. And I was reading through a book one night and just wrote down a bunch of the information I wanted to like have at hand. So that was that. I don't know what else we could do. I don't really have any art supplies out there. Yes, those flowers were from just painty papers that I took a rubber stamp and just stamped them out, and then I fussy cut them out. So yeah, that's just painty paper, and then I stamped it, and then put the words on them, and they're like the Tim Holtz words, this tiny words or whatever they're called. And I just put a different word on each one. That came from the same piece of paper. I think this was the same piece, and I think that was the same piece. These turned out pretty cool with the blue lines. I'm not one to care for fussy cutting too much, but these turned out pretty nice, if I do say so. Super easy to do. Now, this wasn't my idea. I saw one of the other gals. I just couldn't remember her name the other day, and I still can't remember. She had some big flowers like this, and just stick a word on them, and then you've got some ephemera that's ready to go. How about I read you a couple things to do to pamper your cat out of this book? I picked this up at the let's see. Let's just turn to a random page and pick a couple of these. Finding a lost cat. It can be a cat owner's worst fear. Your cat slips out the door and poof, disappears. Accidents do happen occasionally, which is why you need to act now to prevent problems later. Let's see some ID. Always keep a collar on your cat. None of my cats have collars. Attach an identification tag that at least provides his name and your phone number. Use the front and back of the tag for your address and your vet's phone number for more information. The more information, the better. This is my feelings about collars on cats. I feel like if they get hung up on a fence and hang from a collar, it's not going to be a good thing. That's just my opinion. And my cats have never had collars on. If you really want them to have ID, I would say have a chip put on. I know they have to be put under to put the chip in because it's put pretty deep down in the skin. They can't just do it in the office. But anyway, that's my opinion. All right. Here's some respect for your elder cats information. Older cats require more protein than young cats in order to maintain lean body mass and a strong immune system. Choose a food with a higher percentage of protein or one formulated for aged cats. That's interesting. It says, help, my cat stinks. When you can't bathe your smelly cat, sprinkle a small amount of baking soda on his coat and work it in with your fingers. Baking soda is like nature's perfume. It absorbs odors and it isn't harmful to cats. I would say my cats would not care for me dumping baking soda on them, but they might. We need this for Piper. Help a fat feline lose a few pounds by adding more dietary fiber to his meals. With a tablespoon of canned pumpkin or a half teaspoon of Metamucil, fiber improves digestion and helps lessen the chance of constipation. I think I would ask my vet about the Metamucil before I did that. I have heard about canned pumpkin. I don't know if my cats would even do that. The inside scoop on litter. Well, what's one of your comments on that? Location, location, location. Think like a realtor and place the litter box in a place that has easy access day and night, and keep it far from noisy appliances, hissing radiators, or heat vents. Well, I wouldn't want the litter box next to a heat vent anyway. Big cats need big litter boxes. The tiny litter box your cat enjoyed as an itty bitty kitty won't do once he's an adult. Avoid using litters that are perfumed, especially with lemon or flower fragrances. Most cats hate these scents. Okay. Winter wariness. If your cat escapes outside, wash her paws with a dampened warm towel once you've retrieved her. Chemical salts thrown on sidewalks to melt ice can irritate her foot pads and can be poisonous if she licks the salt off her paws. Well, that's enough of that. But I didn't pay a lot for it. $2. Goofball moment to wrap it up. What are you doing, Howard? You got a boo-boo on your heel. How'd you get that? What are you doing? Tell them good night. Say we're getting ready for bed. Tickle, 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 tickle. That's Howard. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Bye. Say bye, Howard.